Hi guys, welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So tonight I get to make you a recipe I've been waiting to make, and it's one of my favorites, yellow squash. It's a casserole dish, I guess you'd call it, and it was the one dish I could sneak vegetables in for my kids that if you said squash, you say that to a child and they go, ugh, it just doesn't sound good. And so we called this cheese and cracker casserole, and you'll see why, but it is so delicious. It's simple and easy, and it's one of my favorite things to make and eat. So I hope this brings you along for the ride, and if you like this video somewhere along the way, I hope you share it on your Facebook page. I'll post a link below in the description box and for my Facebook page, and go over there and like it and see what's coming up. I share other people's videos on there, people that I like. I go ahead and share them on my Facebook, so you might see somebody else that you want to watch all the time. Anyway, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, and if you really like it, well, you know what? I'd love to see you back next time, because we've got a salsa video coming up, and I think you'll be surprised at the ingredients I put in that as well. Today, I don't know if you can see, yeah, all those peaches, look at that, and all that was free. Those peaches were given to me. And over on the other counter was a bunch of plum preserves that were given to me. I've really been blessed this season with my own harvest and friends. So anyway, hope it inspires you to stay along for the ride. Let's go do it, because this one's quick and easy. Come on. Okay, so I'm glad you stayed, because this is going to be delicious, and it's really easy. So what we need is some squash out of the garden, or you can buy these in the store, I suppose. I would be worried that they were GMO, so I don't buy them. I wait until we have them, and I enjoy that seasonal food and call it good. And put up as much as I can in different dishes. Okay, so I've got my squash here. I've got some cheese that I preserved last year. This cheese is over a year old. I waxed this cheese in July of last year. I've got this block and one other block still out there to use, and then I'm gonna revisit that video. I've got some butter, and I have some homemade chicken stock and some crackers, saltine crackers. Gotta have them. I wouldn't replace them with anything else. And so all you're gonna do is get your veg cut up, and this is my favorite summer squash right here. I'm such a fan. I just do this in bite-sized kind of dices, because especially if you're doing it for kids, you want it small so they can't really recognize. My kids, they never knew. It's just got such a great flavor that they ate it readily. And then winter squash, I would hide it in cheese sauces and you name it. You never knew if you were getting mac and cheese or mac and cheese and pumpkin. So anyhow, you're just gonna dice this up or cut it up how you like it. And I've got a pot over here with just some water in there. I'm gonna go ahead, get my handy dandy scoop, and all I'm gonna really do is not quite steam it, but just get it blanched well, if that makes sense to you. And I just picked these this morning. Gosh, this morning's pick was as impressive as the other morning when I showed you guys the video with the zucchini and yellow squash. Jeez Louise, I'm gonna be busy here pretty quick. The tomatoes are gonna do me in. I'm hoping I can keep up. The nice thing about tomatoes, if you're gonna sauce them, you can, if you have room in the freezer, and I'm clearing the freezer out right now, you can freeze them whole. When you take them out, they'll slip their skins, and you can do whatever you want. I would run them through the Victoria strainer and make my sauce and stuff, so that's probably what I'll do. Hopefully there'll be enough room for that and 2 deer, and yeah. Anyway, decent sized portion of this, I guess. Even though it's just me, I can eat on it all week. And I haven't had it for a year, so I usually only get it a couple times a year. So it's really a treat. When you eat seasonally, I think you appreciate what you have a little bit more. And you want them about the same thickness so you can know that they're cooking at the same rate. I think 3 of these squash are going to be plenty. I don't think I can deal with 4. So these are good dehydrated as well. I wish they were as prolific as the zucchini. The zucchini have just done me in this year. They're I keep thinking they're gonna stop, and they don't. Man down. Okay, somebody jumped out of the mix. I want to see how much is in this little 3-quart pan, and I think that's a good. No, you know what? I'm gonna do the 4th squash, and this one is starting to get a little soft, so it's good that I get it used up. I had it sitting on the counter all day. So, anyway, so we'll dice this up and then we'll take it to the second step. And the second step is we're going to put this on the stove. You could microwave this in a steamer bag, or you could microwave this. But I'm starting to hear more and more how bad that is for us. It just leaches everything out of our food. So all the enzymes, stuff that we need for digestion. So it's really not good for you. So I'm just going to pop that on the stove and let it simmer until the squash is tender, okay? And then I'll bring you back when we've gotten that far. Finally, oh my gosh, I get to put this together. So super excited, you guys. Okay, so I've cut the edge off that cheese, and if you do open it and there was any mold or anything like that, you could cut it off. I see there was kind of a weak spot there, but nothing inside, so it's okay. I'm excited for you guys to see the new revised version of my cheese waxing video, because it's going to be a whole lot better quality. I didn't have a very good camera when I started YouTube, and the noise quality, lighting, all that, editing, and all of the above was not good. So this was a mozzarella that I did, but I'm telling you, it's like the sharpest white cheddar when you do this. And mozzarella's cheap. It's one of your cheaper cheeses out there. So the only thing is, when my kids were little, they would have this with cheddar cheese, and I'm not going to open up another one to see if I've got cheddar out there, and I don't want to open the 20 pounds of cheddar cheese I have waiting to wax until I'm ready to do something. So we're going to do it with this. It is like so sharp. You would never know it was mozzarella. Sharp and delicious, and gonna be amazing. Okay, so now that we've got that, and I drained off my I cooked or steamed down my yellow squash, I'm going to put it in this perfect little casserole dish for me to have for the rest of the week. I'm so excited. And you want to cook it until it's tender. If you don't, it's just not going to be right. So, and then we need some butter, some chicken stock, and salt and pepper. So, and crackers and cheese and okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start crushing up. Make sure you can see. crushing up some crackers into the mix, because that's what gives it that unique cracker flavor that the kids love. I love it too. I am a saltine cracker girl from way back. You gotta have them. I don't like the little pretend crackers that think they're saltines and they're not. This, I wouldn't substitute anything in this or it won't taste the same. So about 2/3 of a sleeve so far. We'll see. And I'm just gonna get a spoon to move this around. I need some butter. You have to have real butter for this. And you know, my grandmother never ate margarine, and she lived to be 93, and even on her, I think it was her 92nd year, physical, the doctor said that he didn't know what she was eating, but he needed a menu plan because she didn't have any health issues at all. So you want a really healthy amount of fresh cracked black pepper. You can't not put that in there or it won't be the right stuff. Little bit, a healthy amount. You need some salt, and that's my Himalayan pink salt. And then, I'm gonna kind of toss this around and see what I got. I'm probably gonna use that whole sleeve of crackers, just saying. Because that's kind of your bind for the whole thing, is the crackers. And so we'll go ahead and put those in there. My mom made this, my grandmother made this dish, and it was my favorite as a kid, and then I got to pass it on to my kids, and now I get to pass it on to my grandkids. I'm just, you know what, life's circle is such a blessing. Okay, maybe another pat of butter. So probably, for this casserole, maybe 3 tablespoons of butter. I don't eat butter very often, but I really don't eat margarine, so I won't eat margarine, I should say. So now it's kind of time to, because now it's getting dry, and what are we going to do with all the crackers? Move it around. We're going to open up our chicken stock. And this is the stock that I canned the other night for you guys, I might say. Okay. And we're just gonna, it's got some sediment at the bottom. I'm gonna leave that out of the mix, and I'm just gonna pour over a little bit. You just wanna moisten it. I don't wanna take away from the squash flavor, so maybe a 1/4 of a cup. Now we're gonna add our cheese. A little grated cheddar right here. If you're giving this to kids, I would definitely use cheddar because they recognize the orange, and I don't know how you could substitute orange in that and make it orangey, because I guess you could add a little paprika. Nah, I don't know if that would even work. So you're going to add enough cheese that it's all the way through the casserole. Oh my gosh, I haven't had cheese in a while. I'm excited. So you got that incorporated all the way through, delicious, and move this out of the way. I don't know if any of you have these same issues. I'm a clean as you go kind of girl, and so when I do these videos, I'm kind of out of my comfort zone a little bit because I want to clean it up. So I'm going to preheat my on-the-countertop oven to 350. You could do 375 if you really wanted to. And we'll bring that a little closer. And now that I've got it all mixed, I feel like there's enough moisture because you want the crackers to absorb the moisture. Kind of mash that down a little bit. And right now I would top it with the yellow cheddar, but I'm going to actually first I'm going to give it another douse of black pepper. It was cute when my daughter was little. She liked pepper, but she thought it was dirt. She would say, "Can you please pass the dirt?" And I always liked pepper as a child too, so I don't know where that comes from. A lot of kids don't like that spice, but I do, and I love it. I think because I try to, you know, children mimic the ones they look up to, and my grandma and grandpa, my grandpa, he was my hero, and he loved pepper, and so there you go. Now it's time to put it into that 350-degree oven. And just to make it a little prettier, because I remember it being really pretty, I'm going to put a little paprika on the top. It's kind of a, what was that? Who started that? Was it back in the 50s or 70s? I don't know. They put paprika on everything. Ooh, let's make it pretty. Okay, so there you go. It's going in the oven, and I'll bring you back when it's all bubbly and yummy, and I'll give you a taste test. And I can't wait. I think that's going to be my dinner. Okay, guys, we are back with the end result, and look at that. I think we need a beautiful, delicious look at that. I think I need a picture. Okay, so I'm really excited. This is like one of my favorite dishes in the whole world, and I only get to eat it maybe twice in the summer. I think next year I'm gonna plant the yellow squash. Just are not as prolific to me as the zucchini at all, and so I think I'm gonna plant just a patch. They get huge. I mean, they just get giant sized plants. I want to have a squash patch, and I'd like to have it the size of my actual garden right now. And then, okay, I'm just cutting into it. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to let it set a little bit, but I'm not doing that. I am ready for this. It's been a long time. And the cheese is all melted on top. You just cut through it. You can smell the crackers and the butter. I don't know. It's just got magic for some reason. It has magic. Okay, and I just saw my dog jump into the garden. I may have to go kennel her up. She's like flattening out all my tomato plants. I'm sorry. I'm gonna, oh, there she goes. She's going the other way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna position you a little bit different so you can see. I'm gonna dish this up on a plate so you can see exactly what I see. And oh my gosh. And this is my dinner. I've already decided. This is my dinner. And I don't care who you are, it'll be okay. Okay, so we're moving that out of the way, and we're scooting this over, and look at that. Looky, looky, looky. And we're gonna try not to get too close. Sometimes this camera lies to me. It looks really good, and then all of a sudden it's too close, and what do? And I'm not at all aware of it. So I apologize when that happens. Okay, so now we have the beautiful squash casserole. I'm excited. Can you tell? Okay. It's my favorite side dish ever. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's so worth waiting for. I'm telling you, it's like the best. It's comfort food to me. It's got cheese. It's got the crackers. I love crackers. They remind me of my childhood. And it's got that delicious squash that just melds right into everything. Let me take another bite. Wow. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. You guys, I truly hope you try this. It's super easy. If you do it with yellow cheddar cheese, you know, you don't have to do the paprika and all that. And trust me, your children will love this. Your grandchildren will love this. It's got the crackers in it, and you can taste that. You can taste that, and you can taste the butter, and you can taste the cheese, and then that yellow squash just has that delicate flavor that we all love. And so, anyways, I hope it inspires you. I hope that it inspires you enough to try this. Share it with your friends on Facebook. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. And, I don't know. Maybe come over and help me eat this. How about that? Okay, guys. I'll see you next time. God bless.